people can gather here and all be moved by the spirit of music. You walk in and there's a real energy. I remember when we opened, people used to ask, like, are you guys a cult? My name is Daniel Tures, and I'm one of the floor managers at Amoeba Music in Hollywood. I grew up in El Paso, Texas. My family was sort of conservative, and they didn't really care much about rock music. I moved to California to go to graduate school in '93. I was going to UC Berkeley, and one of the coolest things in the town of Berkeley was the Amoeba Music, was the kind of world famous record store. And as graduate school seemed more and more bleak and depressing, I spent more and more hours in there. I was getting a PhD in philosophy. I could tell after 5 years that it was not something I should be doing with my life, and so happily I got lucky and lucked into this job at Amoeba. Okay. I just watched this the other month, so I forgot how to read it. Oh yeah, you know, I mean, when we opened, vinyl was considered like a curiosity, and it was like a funny old thing. I remember I used to DJ parties with records, and people would be like, what are those? And you know, like wow, I remember those things. And now vinyl is making a comeback. They're big and heavy and impractical and this sort of thing, and they're old-fashioned. But the great thing about them is that they're analog. And so a record is an actual record of the sound wave that was being played by the musicians. So I think nowadays people are reacting a lot to the internet because it's so pervasive and such an influence on people's lives that a lot of people are now kind of trying to reclaim kind of a little bit more reality from their lives. Because I think what kids are discovering is that vinyl it's like a very real, tactile, physical artifact kind of thing. And if you really love a band, then you're really kind of getting the ultimate gift from them and the ultimate connection to them when you have a record. For me, there was a big difference between going from studying the classics of philosophy to getting into rock and roll records and jazz records. I thought it was going to be just like a summer job, and I had other plans, but it lasted 16 years, so it's been a really great experience. I hope it's the future of Amoeba is kind of like more like the past, where people kind of unplugged a little bit and got out into the real world, and so yeah.